Hello everyone, and welcome to a game called By Moonlight. It's a visual novel, and I know basically nothing about this. So let's just start on, I guess. You're staring down at your phone screen to make sure that the Uber driver doesn't try to kidnap you. Maybe it's just because of your profession, but you've always been the paranoid type. It's a dark and stormy night. I'm going to turn down. It's painfully obvious that it's raining because there's a leak in the roof of the car. It occurs to you that you forgot an umbrella, but you don't have enough cash to spare a trip back home but you don't have enough cash to spare a trip home and back again. The car screeches to a halt at what you presume to be your destination. It's no wonder they hired a paranormal investigator. You've been to plenty of weird places, but this one screams haunted. You see some lights and assume, hope that the client is home. The rain is pretty hard. Should you make a run for it or play it cool? It's the ... Run like hell. Storms are a pain. The driver looks at you with what you can only assume is contempt. Good luck. As soon as the car door opens, you take off running. While you were aiming for a sprint, your legs aren't nearly as fast as you anticipated. Try to not let your physical weakness get your self-confidence down. You look up. The door seems larger up close than it seemed from the SUV. You raise your hand to knock on the... See some tendrils of smoke creep out from the door, but honestly don't want to know where it's coming from. You hesitantly raise your head. Totally sensible noises. Someone shady. What do you want? You stammer slightly. I'm the paranormal investigator you hired. You think to yourself that it gives off an intimidating aura. What could possibly scare him into calling you? You're starting to reconsider if taking the job was a good idea. Seba, down. Seba, down. Don't scare them off like that. It was hard enough getting anyone to come on such short notice. You think that you heard him whimper, and a thought briefly crosses your mind that he seems to be like a puppy. I'm sorry. I thought you were the mailman. You laugh and stretch your arm to pet his head. It's fine. Don't worry about it. The woman who calmed Seba down is looking at you doubtfully. Are you really a paranormal investigator? You don't look like one. Snap back to reality. Of course I am. You hurriedly rummage through your backpack for your license. You proudly show her your ID. My lucky sweater. Let's close. I'm gonna save that for later, because hang on. Quick save. Close. Close, just close this thing. Super official paranormal investigator. Name. Speciality. Relating too much to suffering ghosts. Experience. Watch Ghostbusters last year. Rating. Ghost ice cream sun with sunglasses is what I'd give myself. Birthday. Gift cards are ideal. Pricing $5 for a will-o-wisp $170 for a banshee. Ghouls are $20 to $100, open to others. And there's red smeared on the side. Proudly show your ID. After all, you are the renowned... What is your name again? Default name is Aiden. Matty. The ghost. Matty the Ghostbuster. You monster. There, Matty Ghost Hunter. Done. Matty Ghost Hunter, is it?
My bad.
Ah, thank goodness. I was worried that we brought in the wrong person. Haha. You glance down at your soggy clothes and try to hide your embarrassment. She gives you a warm and reassuring smile. Many apologies for the misunderstanding, Matty Ghost Hunter. My name is Joan. You give her a slight nod. I look forward to looking with you. She gestures for you to come inside and you follow her lead. You can smell the faint aroma of coffee. You were about to ask Seba if you could have some, but he's cowering in the corner. It looks like he wants to ask you something as nervously tapping his foot. Ask him what's wrong. Seba, is something bothering you? His ears perk up and he looks to the side shyly. I was just wondering what you are. Human, guy, girl. Human. Oh, I'm sorry if I was being rude or anything. I just didn't want to call you something bad. Joan shakes her head. No, you did a good job, Seba. It's good to treat them with courtesy since they are doing us a huge favor. Got it. Oh, I'm sorry if I was loud. Don't go some bad. John shakes their head. You did a good job, Seba. It's good to treat him with courtesy since he is doing us a huge favor after all. Ah, speaking of which, she coughs awkwardly. We called you here today for a certain problem. You give her a questioning look. She sighs. Maybe it would just be faster if we brought him out. Who? Joan walks quickly into the other room and returns with a hulking figure at her side, following her hand for guidance. Feel the urge to scream, but your voice catches in your throat. You quickly turn away in disbelief. The headless being waves awkwardly. Joan interjects. Okay, so this might be a bit of a lame case, but Hans here lost his head, and we want your help in getting it back. Excuse me? Jim stares at you blankly. You are a paranormal investigator, are you not? An investigator of the paranormal, not an investigator for the paranormal. An investigator of the paranormal, not an investigator for the paranormal. But we already wired the money to your PayPal. Seba shakes his head gravely, seeing his body walk around aimlessly. That just isn't right. He looks towards you pleadingly. He's a good person, I swear. A bit eccentric, but it's a good cause. You're considering the options. You're seriously going to look for the head of a headless horseman? Who's probably not even a horseman? Money's money, I guess. I'd rather work in a McDonald's. Money's money, I guess. Heave a sigh. Well, you seem like decent people, so we'll give it a shot. Fantastic. Let's seal the deal on a handshake. Her hand feels warm, or maybe it's just because you were out in the rain. You give a slightly relieved smile. At least the rest of you are normal. Seba gives you a confused look. Who said that we're normal? He gestures towards Joan. She's a witch, obviously. He turns back towards you. And I'm a hellhound. You look like a deer or a doe. More like it. Well, to be more accurate, a fox-hellhound hybrid. Somewhat close. But I thought this was established already. You take a step backwards. I thought you were... cosplaying? Going to a dress-up party? Joan looks at you with complete disdain. What kind of person does that in their own home? You laugh nervously. Okay, it was great meeting you and all. 1 monster I can handle, but 3? That's just not happening. Unless... Seba gives you puffy dog eyes. Yeah, I'm out of here. And shrugs slightly. Be my guest. Grab the handle and... It's not opening. See, as the witch, that handshake of ours kind of... Oh, you see, as a witch, that handshake of ours kind of made a spirit contract, so... You can try all you like, but that door won't budge. Forcing me into a contract without me knowing. Isn't that, like, I don't know, illegal? Oh, it is. In most states. Not this one, though. You know, with the economy and all. Seba nods his head thoughtfully. Yeah, with the economy. The economy has nothing to do with it, though. Take a deep breath and breathe out. So, if I find the head for this Hans guy, I'm free from the contract, right? Pretty much, yeah. His ears perk up suddenly. Oh, right, I almost forgot. He barrels out of the room and returns almost immediately with a bag in hand. Joan made this for you. He hands you a lightweight black satchel. The witch avoids eye contact bashfully. It wasn't like for you, per se. Are you sure? Pretty sure these are my initials. She clears her throat. Let's just say that you might need to take some precautions around some of our residents here, and that I don't want you dying prematurely. You give her a curious look, or at all for that matter. Okay, look, don't you have somewhere to be already? Seba gives a short laugh. Joan doesn't exactly wear her heart on her sleeve, but she really does have good intentions. Trust me. Joan makes an incredulous look, but he continues. Basically, this bag has some items that will probably come in handy when you're first getting to know people around here. If you want to know anything, just ask us, yeah? You glance down at the bag, then back at Joan. Got it. Where to start? Any precautions around you? How much time? What are you? How much time? By the way, how long do I have for the job? I don't know. It depends on how long you're willing to stay in a haunted mansion. He pauses. Well, ideally, you'd be done by morning. After all, most of us are nocturnal here. You think to yourself that you might need to get some coffee after all. I wonder. What are you? Sorry if this is a bit rude, but where are you guys again? Well, I'm a witch, so I guess the... I do feel like I just got interrupted. Ooh, I want to be interrupted too! Stray fox. Neat. Jen looks like she wants to go back to sleep. Should I ask about any precautions around you? Do I need to take any precautions around you two? Jen heaves a melodramatic sigh. Oh, I get it. It's because you think we're all monsters, huh? We're human too, you know. You aren't sure. You aren't sure if you were actually being offensive until she cracks a smile.
My bad.
Jokes aside, I came to greet you with Seba because my work area is pretty close by. She pauses. And because, well, Seba's a good boy. You don't even have to turn around to know that Seba's wagging his tail excitedly. Pause for a second, realizing you forgot the most important question. Wait, where should I go now? You were trying to ask Joan, but Seba immediately jumps in front of you. Oh, I know. He lifts his nose up and closes his eyes. He looks incredibly focused. Think back to all those documentaries where dogs would follow a trail by scent alone. Without realizing it, you lean forward in anticipation. He sneezes and turns back towards you apologetically.
My
It's
bad.
allergy season. Maybe you should just wander around and hope for the best. Sounds about right. Who knows where you are at this point? Clearly, you don't. You walk aimlessly in circles a couple times without seeing any living or undead, or eventually finding a long hallway. You hear the sound of bones rattling. In the distance, you can see the small frame of someone bent over on the ground. The closer you approach to the figure, the more you realize that rather than being someone who is made of skin and bones, the person you are looking at is in fact a skeleton, made out of only bones. You try to hide your surprise so you don't seem rude. The skeleton sighs. Just where did Seba throw it this time? They appear to be searching for something, but become aware of your presence nonetheless. Did Joan send you to... The skeleton shakes his head, or shakes their head. Regardless, I could use an extra set of eyes right now. Would you mind helping me out? You think to yourself that after you decompose, you'll probably become a skeleton too. Maybe you should help them in case you run into them later? Yeah. We do not have that many safe spots. Lend a helping hand. Shed some light. Let's shed some light. What is this? You wrestle through your new bag and pull out a flashlight. You flip it on and point it in the direction of the skeleton. Guess you call this light bulb moment? You sweat nervously. Back home, your jokes typically fall flat. You were about to apologize for making a pun, but then you hear their bones rattle with laughter. Skeleton, literally, cracked a smile. That would be fantastic. Fan the flashlight around your immediate surroundings. What's the other option then? Lend a helping hand. My eyes might not... My eyes might not be that good, but an extra set of hands could work too, right? The skeleton's eyes, or the lack thereof, light up. That would be fantastic. You feel the bony fingers wrap around your hand in what you assumed to be gratitude, but you have a bad feeling in your stomach. Yes, the left hand in such good condition is just what I was looking for. Bad end. You'll be alright. Yep. Seems about right. I have died it. By Moonlight. And it is less loud now. Shed some light. You wrestle through your new bag and pull out a flashlight. You flip it on and point it in the direction of the skeleton. Guess you could call this a light bulb moment? You sweat nervously. Back home, your jokes typically fall flat. You were about to apologize for being a pun, but you hear their bones rattle with laughter. The skeleton literally cracks a smile. That would be fantastic. You pan the flashlight around your immediate surroundings until half of a bony left arm is brought into view. That's why you wanted our left hand. The skeleton's eyes, or lack thereof, light up. Quickly grab the appendage and affix it to their left elbow socket, flexing their hand a couple times to make sure it is in good condition. The skeleton grins. Thanks for illuminating the answer to my problem. You stifle a laugh. I guess I'm a bit bright at times. The skeleton wanted to follow up with another pun, but seems to be at the loss, and switches topics. It coughs. I seem to have forgotten to introduce myself. My name is Marrow. Like bone marrow, haha. Not sand. Seems about right. I get the feeling that I've been vaguely insulted, but And you are Matty Ghost Hunter, Paranormal Investigator at your service. You do a clumsy bow and hear rattling laughter again. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. It's rare to find someone with a good humor nowadays. Mara pauses for a second before clapping their hands together with a sudden realization. Wait, Paranormal Investigator, you say? You must be the one helping out with Hans. You give a tired laugh. That's me. Just your regular, good old-fashioned headhunter. Give a slight sigh. Honestly, it would have been a lot better to know what you were getting into before signing a contract with a witch you barely know. I mean, sure, you finally get to encounter the paranormal, but this really wasn't the way you thought it was going to happen. Or what you thought they were going to be like. Look back up and see that Marrow is in deep thought. You know, I may not talk to Hans that often because he has a unique personality, but I still care about him. After all, we are the only two people in this house who struggle with losing their heads constantly. Part of you wants to question what Marrow's definition of people is. And I want to question why it looks like he has the lack of a neck. But you stop yourself, since that probably be insensitive. Marrow's teeth start to chatter nervously. I may not be able to help it much with searching, since I don't want to run into Seba intact, but, well, if you have any questions, I'll be happy to help. That means a lot, thank you. Where to start? Hans's personality? What's weird about Hans's personality? What isn't weird about... Marrow clears their throat. I mean, well, he's a Dullahan. So the only special ability he has would be doing stuff without his head, but I'm not sure if there's any other way to explain this, to be quite frank. He talks about sealed powers in his arm, having a Dark Lord's eye, fighting a secret society. It all started when he started watching those, what do you call them? Those foreign kid cartoons? You stare into the distance with a deep sense of emptiness. Those are classic signs of Chun-Ibu, 8th grader syndrome. Anime. You'd say you aren't into it, but who are you kidding? Your hair is pink. And looks like a goddamn peach. You just really want to switch topics. Let's move on. I wonder, skeleton life? Were you always a skeleton? Were you always a human? Yes. No. Maybe so? Skeleton gives a soft, raspy chuckle before looking down. Honestly, I don't remember anything before I was at this mansion. If I was happy, if I had a family, what I looked like, am I a decomposed human, or was I just created this way? Maybe my life is just that insignificant. You want to offer some consolation, but the words seem caught in your throat. Where might physically just be a mass of bones, but you feel that they still have a heart. Sorry, that got way off track. Do you have any other questions? I wonder, should I ask about your glasses? This isn't necessarily relevant, but why do you wear glasses if you're a skeleton? I mean, no offense, but you don't have eyes. He has pupils, and pupils have bad eyesight, so close enough. I can see why you might think that, but Mara points towards the top of their skull excitedly. See that crack? Yes. It's lightning-shaped, right? I mean, yeah, but what does that have to do with... Well, you see, Iris lent me some biography books, and in one of them there's a famous wizard who has glasses and a lightning scar. Wow, that's so cool! You don't have the heart to tell him that's fictional. You wonder if this Iris person messes with Marrow frequently. Oh, before I forget, where did you last see Hans? Let's see. I think he was heading to the library to look up sewing sewing capes. But he's a very impulsive individual, so we wouldn't be surprised if he changed his mind somewhere along the way. You groan. Tracking down such an unpredictable person is slowly becoming more and more of a pain. Mary notices that you are distraught and hurriedly tries to lighten the mood. I might not know where Hans is, but I certainly know where the library is. Let's see. Mary fiddles with her fingers, popping one part off and putting it back on again, while lost in thought. Yes, I believe that if you continue straight down this hallway and knock on the right door a couple times, it should get you there all in one piece. They give you a weak smile. Mystic libraries grow more fickle with time, so be sure you follow the directions properly, okay? You nod, and picking up your bag, set off in what you assume to be the right direction. Just as instructed, you continue down the hallway. It's quite a long stretch, so you observe the details around you to pass the time. Cobblestone, marble, floor materials seem to shift with every step you take, but maybe it's just your imagination. Soon enough, you find a sequence of doors. Follow Mara's advice, follow your gut. I'd rather follow the skeleton who's been here longer than me. You figure that if anyone knows what to do to get to the library, it'd be someone who lives here. After knocking on the right door, the middle door opens. There was a middle door. Walk through a middle door, open the right door. Open the right door. You feel torn. Shit. Oh god, it's loud again. Oh god. Let's walk through middle door. You feel torn, but move towards the middle door since it is already unlocked. Bad end, it's filled with darkness. Maybe it's an illusion. You step through, only to realize that there is no ground to step on. Bad end, falling down the rabbit hole. Ah, it's loud again. And I have no idea how to skip this. I'm pressing every key on my keyboard. Open the right door. I do not want to go down the rabbit hole this time, Alice. You feel torn, but hope that the right door is some sort of pun for being the right door. Your logic makes no sense. Regardless, you stick to your decision and nervously tug on the door in front of you. It swings open, thankfully revealing the library. You heave a sigh of relief and walk in. Holy shit. Hans. Whoa, he's staying right there. You're met by silence and laugh quietly to yourself. Well, you may be amazed at how many volumes of books there are on the first floor alone. You don't want to spend too much time here if there are no leads. It would be pretty useful for investigation later, maybe. Cat. A cat! But cutie, I'm scared. Just kidding, it's adorable. What a cutie. Oh, aren't you just a sweetheart? Yow. You kneel down and pet gently. It purrs and rubs against your hand. You notice a collar. What's your name? Lifting up the cat's head, you check the name tag. It's smeared. Yow. Log. Seriously, cute cat. Meow. The cat quickly slips from your grasp and dashes out of one of the library doors before you can react. Wait! Stumbling back to your feet, you chase after it, exiting through the same door. You aren't sure how far the cat managed to go, but you're hoping that it might lead you to someone or something important. Hopefully. You tripped on something, but with your super cool ninja skills, don't fall down. You glance back wondering what it was, only to see a dead body. A dead body? First missing head, and now you have to solve a murder. Maybe it's a zombie. Who knows? You don't judge. can't fully see who it is because they're face down on the floor. You look pretty pale. Are you okay? I feel faint. Help her get offer a tomato in these trying times. Offer a tomato in these. Throw a tomato at her, which she catches purely on reflex. She shakily brings it to her mouth and sucks out the juice, leaving behind the carcass of a vegetable, fruit. What are those things called again? She wipes the remains off her face. Hey man, thanks for the help. That's a vampire, not a zombie. That was goner there. Haha, guess I forgot to eat again. Let's see. We probably feel dead. We're probably gonna die if we help her get up. You decide to help her up. Bend down awkwardly and try to swing her over your shoulder, but feel a sudden burst of pain. Something trickles down your neck. What? Your vision grows blurry and you collapse on the ground in front of you. Oh my gosh, I didn't mean to bite so hard. You okay? Hello? That end! Finally, some good food. I'm pressing every key. I don't know what skips this. F1. No. Offer a tomato in these trying times. Da-da-da, vegetable fruit, where the da-da-da. Hey man, thanks for the help. I thought I was a goner there. Guess I forgot to eat again. Wait, have I seen you around before? Have I seen you somewhere before? I don't think...
Whoa!
Oh my gosh, you're from that reality TV show about the hoarders. Takes you a second to recover. I'm actually the paranormal investigator you guys hired. Eyes widen. I swear I didn't do it. Do what? The murder? Officer, please don't arrest me. I have a family. My son just got into kindergarten. It was all for the kids, I swear. You what? She breaks into laughter and takes a little while to calm back down. She wipes a tear from her eye. Oh man, that was a good one. You should have seen your face. I was just kidding. I know why you're here, officer, so just ask me whatever. What my favorite color is, what my favorite kind of food. What's your name? Oh, I'm Iris, but if you want, I can also tell you about... That's okay, I think I can take over from here. Where to start? Hans? So where do you think Hans is now? Probably in the library, no? You shake your head. I was just there and he was nowhere to be found. That nerd wasn't in the library? She looks disappointed. Man, we agreed to meet there to make him a new costume, though. And fix my... She cuts herself off. I mean, anything else you want to know? I wonder, tomatoes? This is kind of an off-topic, but why do you eat your tomatoes in such a weird way? She stifles a laugh. Because I'm a vampire? Lazy fangs. Nice. Did anyone else hear the typewriter or try hard not to look surprised but fail miserably? Wait. You're a vampire? Obviously. What did you think I was? You look down. Zombie. I just want to stop laughing. Ha. Should I ask about capes? I thought vampires wore capes. She gives a long sigh. I'm all about the cape life, but... She looks down. Mine got too many stains, so... She seems embarrassed. Maybe switch topics? I ran out of topics. Well, I guess at this point I'm just kind of confused about where I should go. I mean, so far my only lead was a bust. You stop talking midway as you spot the cat from earlier behind one of the columns. Two of you make eye contact and immediately starts running. Sorry, Iris. It was nice meeting you, but I've got to run. Okay. You're already springing before she can finish the rest of her thought. The cat knows something. You were so focused on tailing. Get it? The cat, that you've lost track of where you are. Not only that, but the feline is nowhere to be seen. Dragged. You start to wander off in hopes of finding a familiar face. Marrow, Iris, Joan, even Seba would be a welcome sight right now. You continue to sulk as you meander around the match, till eventually you start to hear the very faint sound of someone singing. Your feet move unconsciously, and before you know it, you're standing in front of a large door, as a rusted metallic finish and is slightly ajar. Keep looking for the cat. Open the door. I want to know who's singing. That is totally there. Open the door to listen. Since when did curiosity kill the cat? Now. You open the door carefully and the music swallows you whole. You find yourself moving forward involuntarily. The sing ends and you can faintly hear someone yelling for you to stop walking. But soon all you feel is the cold water as it fills your lungs. That end! And the deep end! Wow, who knew not following the weird cat that we have no idea why we're following? Who knew that it would be a good idea to keep following them, otherwise you just drown? Oh well. Keep looking for the cat. You shrug and pull out the earbuds that What the fuck? You shrug and pull out the earbuds that Joan packed for you, opting in for some of your own music while you look for the cat instead. You barely start to walk away when someone calls out to you. Hold on! Pause and glance behind you, let them catch up. Hey, thanks for waiting up for me. Mind over matter. It's a fresh parcel. You're the Paranormal Investigator, right? That's actually the first time someone's guessed that right. Yes, I am. Well, it's nice to finally meet you. I'm sure that you'll probably tired after walking around the mansion for so long. So why don't I try to answer your questions before you ask? I see no reason why not. Okay. So, well, to start off with, my name is Murder, and I'm the resident siren. Idle. And I'm going to learn whatever that just was. That's for Hans. I know some movement in the library earlier. That was a cat. I went inside to see if Lady here showed grounds, but there wasn't anyone there. It's very weird. I went there earlier as well, but all I found was your stomach crumbles loudly and Mirth laughs softly. Maybe we should take a break from spending Hans to find you some food instead. You give an embarrassed nod. Maybe it's because he's a siren, but you feel so relaxed while walking with Myrrh. Instead of focusing on directions, you follow his lead and just keep up the conversation. Before you know it, you reach your destination and he waves goodbye, saying you'll catch up later after his workout. You reluctantly say farewell before entering the kitchen. Mi casa es tu casa. Yes. Hey, look, Chelsea, I saw the word cookies. Walk in on Joan eating some cookies. Trash only. Myrrh, please dry off. I hate mopping the kitchen. Regards, Miro. We should declaw Seba. Oh my god, why? Hey, look, it's one of the dippers. It's broken. And that's speed. She quickly hides them behind her back. Ah, long time no see. I was just looking for you. It's a very urgent matter. That's great and all, but just curious. Why is he holding a balloon? Who? You're kidding, right? There's literally no one else in this room with a balloon. Joan claps her hands together in realization. Oh, you mean Hans. Hans' headless body staggers over awkwardly, hitting several chairs by accident along the way. Just curious, whose idea was it to draw a face on Hans' body balloon? Mine, of course. She seems strangely proud about this. Also, it's rude to call him Hans' spy. While Hans controls the spy, he is also semi-sentient and kind of has a personality of its own. So, to keep track, we call his body Buddy and the head Hans. Buddy? Because Buddy sounds like Buddy. It was Iris's idea. Good, right? You get the feeling that Jonah and Iris collaborate on these sorts of things often. Okay, but back to my initial question. Why does Buddy have a balloon to begin with? Oh, well, Buddy kind of gets anxious when Hans isn't around. So the balloon is meant as a placeholder so he can feel like he's holding up a head. Buddy attempts to nod in agreement by waving the balloon head up and down. You nod back in support and your stomach growls loudly. Maybe we should continue this discussion over food. You nod with more enthusiasm, and Buddy takes the opportunity to go back to doodling. With no eyes. She brings the plate of cookies out once more and puts it on the counter. Joan continues to eat the cookie from before as you grab one for yourself. As you bite in, the chocolate melts in your mouth. Feel the tension leave your body with every piece you eat. Joan remembers something and finishes her last bite before dusting her hands off. I almost forgot what I initially meant to talk to you about. You give her a questioning look. The mansion is fairly large and, well, dangerous at times. So I was thinking... Swallowed before responding. Yes? Well, it might be a good idea to get someone to help you with the investigation. Keep in mind that everyone is equally capable. So base your choice on how much you like or can handle spending time with them, okay? Also, no one really does anything important around here, so you can pick whoever. Okay, in that case, I guess I want to hang out with... Director's note, Seba and Meryl are a joint root, so if you click either, you can get both. Lol. I want to save. Save. Hans's body, Iris, which those two are Moral. I'm gonna go Meryl. Seb and Meryl, huh? This should be interesting. I'll text them to come over right now because the skeleton totally has pockets for a phone and weird fox hellhound definitely has a phone too. You're texting them? I hate to sound stereotypical here, but I kind of thought you were going to summon them with a spell. Realistically, everyone is pretty much always on their phones. Texting is way easier for me than setting up a spell anyways. As if right on cue, the kitchen door swings open. You chose me? I'm so touched. Well, you and Seba. Joan coughs awkwardly. Do you want to read over Buddy's message real quick? Good idea, my bad. Someone passing by found my heads. They should be heading over soon, Lol. Dark Lord. Buddy points at a piece of paper on the table excitedly. You read over the message fairly quickly, only to pause at the last line. I thought we were looking for Hans. Who's the Dark Lord? You hear Jones heave a sigh behind you. She rubs her temples. You can just, go ahead and ignore that. Hans changes his alter ego name every week or so. Eventually you get used to it. Right! Wait a second. She snaps her fingers in realization and a nearby bottle explodes. You immediately duck down. Whoa! Oh my gosh, my bad! Buddy dusts off a couple of glass shards and you stand up and back up. Tongue clears to her throat. Anyways, what I was saying was, since we no longer have to look for Hans, why don't you take time to hang out with your investigation partner? Loud music. Screaming. Initially, the three of you weren't sure where to start. Seba. Well, why are we still looking? The message was somebody already found his head. So if you think about it, why not just send out a mass message of like, hey, Buddy said that someone found Hans. So who found Hans? Seba flat out has the mentality of a puppy while Mero just wants to stay inside and read. Instead of a mutual agreement for an activity, what really happened was something along the lines of, well, chaos caused by Seba specifically. Yes. You were feeling kind of worn out, so you decided to side with Meryl on going somewhere quiet to wind down for a bit. But Seba had the exact opposite intentions. He, for who knows what reason, thought you were playing an extreme version of hide and seek, so he would jump out at any possible area to jump scare you and Mara. Are you tired currently? Very clearly. However, you counted every time Seba would startle you, and intend to pay back said amount in full, with interest. That being said, at some point, you managed to work up enough motivation to challenge Seba to several races while Meryl kept track of time. You might have lost every round because you were only human, but that rush of adrenaline sure picked you up. The three of you feel tired and have accomplished in a way after non-stop running and chasing. You can feel your bonds strengthen through the power of investigation of exercise. Both receive a text from Joan saying that Buddy conveyed another one of Hans's messages. You wonder what it's about. Turns out stranger who found me is beautiful, plus way out of my league. Please find my head faster. I look lame with them carrying me. Dark Lord with a date. XOXO. Buddy is fucking Christ. I can't let you. Oh, God. I can't. Right now. That will be the end of this first video.